Okay, we're back at the bench. I just wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about how I'm getting started in FPV. Well, I've only been flying about a year and a half. I still consider myself a newbie. I got a few drones, probably too many, but can you really have too many drones? So, I'm getting comfortable flying, but after a year and a half, I haven't really done much FPV. So I thought I'd show you how I'm getting started and what I'm using to fly FPV. So I'll get with it. Okay, this is my TK-110 by Skytech. Toy grade quad. It does have 8.5 millimeter motors. Comes with altitude hold, but it's not that great. And I wasn't flying it much, and I thought, well, I'm gonna strap a all-in-one camera and transmitter in one on this and try it. And that's what I've been doing. Now, this came with a proprietary battery or a camera module. So this camera pretty much sucks. So what I've been doing, I'm using that space where that battery was to put, or that camera was, to put this battery in a piece of tape, and I use that to power my camera. So the camera is not feeding off the battery that I'm using to fly the drone. When I decided I wanted to get into FPV, I didn't want to have to spend a lot of money for a lot of fancy equipment right away. I just wanted to go on the cheap. So I already had this toy grade quad. I gave $25, I think, for this camera, and it's Eachine TX02, 5.8 gigahertz, 40 channel. It's 200 milliwatt, and you can't change it. It's at 200, and it's only 200. Some cameras you can change. So I've been flying this thing, trying to practice with goggles on flying FPV, and I like it. I mean, it's not real fast, which is good for me. It's a good beginner quad to fly FPV if you want to practice before you shell out a lot of money. The goggles I'm using are by Tactic. They're G1. I think I gave $85 for these, but you can get them, I guess, pretty cheaper. 50, 60 bucks you can get a set of goggles. What I do like about these, it's basically a monitor that you can use without the goggles, and then when you're ready for the goggles, you just kind of slap it in and you're ready to go. And it's working for me. For a beginner, it's working for me. So if you're thinking about getting into FPV and you're not sure where to start, you know, some of you may want to just go for a racer right off the bat. I didn't feel comfortable doing that. I just kind of wanted to get something that I could just kind of fool around with and practice and kind of get the feel for. And this has been working for me. I've only flown this with goggles about 3 or 4 times, and each time I tell I'm getting a little bit more used to it. So I do like it. Now, what else I do have, I have this little thing right here. I haven't really flown it much, so I'll have a video coming up on it. This is a DIY drone. You snap it all together and put it together yourself, and I think I got it for like 35 bucks. And you know, this thing is a little zippy. It zips. It's got 3 speeds on it, and it's easy to put together. The camera that came with it is actually a pretty good camera. It's 25 milliwatt, 50 or 200, so it is changeable. And it's a 600 TVL also. the NTS video system. So I'll be doing something in the near future with this, trying to get some footage with this and practice with this. And another thing I got going is my Bug 6. Now I installed a video system, a FPV system in this, but I have not flown it yet at all to see how good the camera is. I'm a little scared to fly this with the goggles since I don't have that much experience, but I'm going to go ahead and do it, and I'll have some footage of this coming up too. So those are the things I'm working on right now as far as FPV. I did get this the other day, and Thursday I believe I got it. Today's Sunday, and I still haven't flown it. So this will be something else I got coming up, and I'm excited about getting this in the air. So several things in the works, but for right now I'll show you some sample footage of the Skytech TK110 carrying the Eachine all-in-one TX02 and the footage from my tactic goggles. Alright, if you have any questions, feel free to comment. Thanks a lot.